parked right in my automobile, trying to get back to my pappy's corn liquor steal. Soon as I crossed that Buncombe County line, something in the air blew my podcast up high. It was a wisdom from the chicks in the city sticks, and I knew right then it was gonna be my fix. No need for white lightning to get my start. It's hey Lord, have mercy, Hannah, bless your heart. Lordy, yeah, you know what I mean. It's not strange, take it from me. Wardy, come and listen to see weird mountain gals on the Wardy. Up on Weird Mountain, they've been getting their kicks, jamming on the porch just to hit and mash. Stirring up the pot, that's what they do best. They dish it out till there ain't none left. W-Y-R-D, yeah, you know what I mean. No, it's not strange, take it from me. W-Y-R-D, come and listen to see weird mountain gals on W-Y-R-D. Well, I finally found my pappy's corn liquor steal. Filled up a jug and had to hit the trail. Gotta get back to the cottage in the Mashville woods, to the weird mountain gals neighborhood. W-Y-R-D, yeah, you know what I mean. It's not strange, take it from me. W-Y-R-D, come and listen and see weird mountain gals on W-Y-R-D. It's them weird mountain gals on W-Y-R-D. It's them weird mountain gals on W-Y-R-D.
Do you consider yourself normal? Then this is not the show for you. Please go somewhere else. This is WYRD. If it's getting weird, it's got to be the Weird Mountain Gals show. You're listening to Byron and Alicia, the Weird Mountain Gals.
I miss late night because that was my entertainment. And then, having watched them through COVID and all, I know that they would be having such a ball right now. It would be hilarious to them.
I'm waiting for Trae Crowder to take on this one. It's like, really?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Because you know he will. I just feel bad for him because it's a good song, and God knows country music right now does not sound like country music. Every time I'm listening to these, it's big dog country, and it's like, why does it sound like pop music? Why does it not sound like country music? I want to sound. So then Jason Aldean does this song about living in a small town. I go, well, that sounds like country music. And then this young'un does Richmond, north of Richmond, and I went, well, hell, that sounds like country music. And of course, both those things just explode, and not in a good way.
That's the way it goes. I'm looking at Trae Crowder right now, and his last thing was "Damn Boy" is what it says. It's just "Damn Boy."
Damn boy.
Yeah, I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
I don't know. I swear, you and I, if we can ever get shed of everything that we got to do, we ought to go on the Weird Mountain Gals comedy tour.
Yeah.
And we ought to book into all these open mic nights and do like 15 minutes of this crap we do every week.
Yeah.
Talking about your mama and my brother and, tourists and why can't nobody drive and all that stuff. I think it'd be hilarious.
I have to put a lot of whiter makeup on because look how red I get. I'm looking at myself right now in the Zoom
Well,
camera.
we'd have to demand some special lighting features or special lighting filters.
Mhm.
Just make me look rosy and make her look less
I
rosy.
need to be more pasty. So right now I'm too pink.
I wish I could. Well, look at me. I wish I could give you some of my pasty and I could take some of your pink.
Well,
The other day I don't remember where I had to go, some damn place. I had to put in my teeth, put makeup on my face, have a shower, all that stuff you got to do when you're writing and you don't pay attention to any of that. Anyway, so I had all that stuff on and I was putting makeup on and my face is like chalk white right now, chalk white. And I got these big old circles. Look at that, big old circles under my eyes.
you look
Remember
like a writer.
who was it that said, look at me right now. Who was it that said your eyes are like two piss holes in snow?
I don't know. That sounds like something one of my cousins would have said.
Anyway, I got all that going on. So I'm putting makeup on so I can look halfway decent, not look like a reanimated corpse. And then I just did what my grandmother used to do sometimes. I'd put my lipstick on already, and I did like this and smeared it and put some on my cheek over here and rubbed it in. And then I did the upper lip and did the other cheek and rubbed it in. I was like, oh, look, I'm so rosy now. Oh,
And you match. Everything's
I'm lovely. I'm lovely again. Golly,
I've seen that done. I had those, I was an Avon salesman. So I could.
Yes, I still can't believe that, but yes.
But they had these awesome little lipstick samples.
I loved those.
Me too. That's why I was an Avon salesman, because I could buy all those little samples for almost nothing and just hand them out if I wanted to. But really, I wanted them for me. And I tried all of them.
But they don't do that anymore, do they?
I have no idea. I can't remember the last time I wore makeup. I mean, I'm sure it was for a show or something, but just out like I used to every day. No.
Yeah.
Been years. I can't even imagine doing it now. And I never go out of the house without it. If you can believe that.
But I can't, because I don't know that I've ever seen you with makeup. You might have had a little bit of lipstick on when the Revelators did their thing, but I don't think you did.
No.
I think you just had on your tequila drinking hat.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Although I've never drunk tequila. So
well, you don't want to. It's bad for you. Bad for you.
I smelled it. It smells awful. It does.
I didn't think it smelled like much anything.
Ew. Well, maybe I was just, I don't know.
Maybe I'm thinking
of those margaritas.
Oh.
Yeah. And it just smelled like syrup.
Oh, yeah.
Salt that you put on around the cup. It's like, if you actually get that much salt in a drink, you've had enough salt to last you for 2 weeks or 3 or 4.
You are thinking of this too logically.
I know, if you're out drinking tequilas, you're not using a lot of logic sometimes.
Yeah, you ain't thinking about the amount of sodium you're putting in your body. You're just going, bring me another shot of tequila.
Yeah.
Where's my limes?
Where's the worm?
Got the worm, see the vision.
That's
at one of the festivals I was out recently, God, I don't remember which one. Somebody assured my friend who does not drink, oh, I've got some, and I can't even, my throat closed up trying to say this. I've got some alcohol-free Guinness. So it's Guinness without any alcohol in it. And this guy was, see, I'm coughing. Oh God.
What's the point?
Well, exactly. So I said to that guy, and the guy says, oh, no, it's great. Tastes just like Guinness. And I said, it does. Magic. And he said, no, you should try. And I said, no, it'd be wasted on me because I am a Guinness drinker. So, your Guinness in a can, I ain't going to like that to begin with. But your Guinness in a can without no damn alcohol, what the point is of that, I do not know. So my friend who doesn't drink went, oh, well, this will give me a chance to taste Guinness that you're always talking about that tastes so good. And so my friend, and I said, well, but you ain't going to tasting Guinness because it ain't Guinness if it ain't got no alcohol in it.
Do you drink it room temperature?
He tried it, but he went, oh, no. Oh, it tasted terrible. I said, I told you it would taste terrible. It was Guinness without any alcohol. What the hell? In a can.
Yeah.
Nasty. Nasty, nasty.
Well, no, I'll get a tablespoon of somebody's drink if I want to try it and see what it tastes like. And
Huh.
Selby had one. He was knocking them back, right? And they were these tall, oh, I can't remember the brand, but it was iced tea. But it was hard iced tea.
Like a Long Island iced tea.
No,
Oh no, that's just made out of.
like,
So it's hard iced tea, huh?
yeah, it's iced tea that's
Yeah, I've seen them. Were they good? Did you like them?
well, I'm glad that they didn't exist when I was in high school. Tasted like iced tea. Tasted
Mhm.
like Nest tea, that powder,
Oh yeah, yeah.
which I happen to love that stuff. That I have cheap taste, but my grandma drank that, and I loved it. That Nest tea stuff. But yeah, and I can't remember now what the brand was, but I know he said he had tried the Bojangles hard iced tea, and I was like, Bojangles? Yuck. I had no idea. And he said,
Honestly,
that was no good. But this other kind, he highly recommends it. I'll have to find out what it is.
oh my
But
God.
I don't know, but no.
I mean, that just doesn't seem like drinking to me. If you got to have some big old syrupy, sweet, slurpy thing with a little bit of damn, son. But I learned, sadly, one of the things you learn as a writer who is also a drinker. The first time I went to a playwrights conference was out at Mars Hill at Southern Appalachian Repertory Theater. And I was, I'd brought some soda and something. I mean, these are real writers, and they would just come with a bottle in a paper bag,
Okay.
and that's what they were going to drink. And then I was like, oh, so that's how you really do it. So that's how I really do it. I come with a little bottle of Irish whiskey in a bag, and that's what I do. And then I don't have to have ice or fruity syrups or mixers or any of that. I just have a glass with a little bit right here,
Well,
a little bit of sipping whiskey.
he used to drink beer, and he was not a beer snob, but he was kind of a beer connoisseur. He really liked a good quality beer, and he quit drinking beer. I don't know if it was to lose weight or.
And I was going to say, was it a calorie thing? Because beer can really,
It
really.
might have been. Yeah, it might have been a calorie thing, and so I guess he's been out trying other things since then. But yeah, I don't know. I couldn't do it, and I know that there's an alcohol out there called My Daddy's Root Beer.
Oh my God, it's awful.
I tasted it.
Did you?
This has been like 2 or 3 years ago. I took a spoonful, a sip of it, and it wasn't. I mean, it was another one of those things. I probably would have drunk it when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
I could see a lot of young kids going and getting that and getting a little habit started with it.
Yeah, it's one of those things that it's not good root beer and it's not good alcohol. So why not buy a really good root beer and put a shot of vodka in it, which you're not going to taste? Then you're just drinking a really high quality root beer and you're getting a little buzz off of it.
Because
I just don't see it.
dumb and don't know the difference.
Exactly. That's exactly right. Because
those things get marketed to.
The same reason we drank Strawberry Boone's Farm.
No, Boone's Farm strawberry, was it Strawberry Tickle or Strawberry Farm? No,
I can't remember.
it's Tickle Me Pink. Tickle Pink was one of them. Boone's Farm Tickle Pink was maybe the strawberry one. And I that's the only one I'm pretty sure about. Tickle Pink.
Strawberry wine. Oh, there's a country song that's called Strawberry Wine too. And I think Her Lips tasted like strawberry wine. Country music has a lot of drinking in it. A lot of drinking. Too much drinking, I think.
Well, yeah, and it always has. Let's see, it was Boone's Farm wine. There's a Boone's Farm out in not too far from here that's a farm.
Oh yeah, there is.
Did you know you can buy booze online? You can go to drizzly.com.
Oh my God.
Strawberry Hill.
Strawberry Hill. That's what it was.
And then they have, that's really all I'm seeing the rest of them are like Hawaiian, this and that. That must be new stuff. Sangria, Snow Creek Berry, Strawberry Daiquiri, Blue Hawaiian, Fuzzy Navel. So there's all their wines.
Well, we should ask our listeners, our Weird Mountain Gal listeners, what Boone's Farm they remember, and did they have a favorite? And how many times did they have to throw it up before they never drank it again?
I mean, I've had it, and it tasted, it was
delicious.
Yeah, I mean, it was like,
oh my God,
really apple juice or something, you know. I'm looking.
Was there a Boone's Farm apple wine? I don't remember. We're gonna have to find out, y'all. Just come on the page and tell us what your Boone's Farm was, because Strawberry Hill is the only one I remember.
That's the only one I can think of. I wasn't really, I mean, you know, I've just never really been a drinker much, but I could have probably drunk Boone's Farm a lot. Sparkling rosé, it says. No, that wasn't one back then. I can see that they're trying to up their image, because they've got it sectioned out in their wine section into over $10 and under $10. Let's see, we can filter it another way.
Oh my God.
No. Oh well, but that was interesting. I love
strawberry wine. Well, and I've talked before about going in the liquor store now, and of course I'm going to buy gin, or I'm going to buy Irish whiskey, and that's about it. But there is like a wall and a half of flavored vodkas, and they are all kinds of, you know, blueberry crumpet and whipped cream and marshmallow delight, and all that is just, it's just crap to get kids drinking out hard alcohol.
Yeah, have some sugar to go with your alcohol.
Right. So you can throw it up more.
Ew, man. That's
awful.
true, though. Well, you know, my buddy Gary, who I've talked about since forever, Gary retired from the real estate business, and he wanted, you know, like a lot of retired people do, he went back to work again, but not as a realtor. He's working at the liquor store now.
I think that would be fun, but I'm probably wrong about that.
No, I mean, he likes it. It feels like no pressure to him, because he just has to, you know, that'll be however much, and take the money and let him go. And he can ride his bike to work, or he can walk to work, because it's pretty close to where he is. And he's not full time. He just goes in for like a couple days a week, and he really likes it. And so I said, are most people who go in there, are they happy, or are they upset, or are they depressed? And he said,
yeah, I don't know. I mean, when I go in there, I'm pretty happy.
He said he said he'd have to think it over.
Oh,
and I haven't heard back, and I forgot to ask him again. So, you know, this was a while. Maybe next time I talk to him, I'll try and remember, and I'll let you know. But yeah, I think that's a good job for him, because you never have to play it now.
Does he like people?
Yeah, that's how I met.
Yeah, you get to see a lot of different kinds of people.
Gary was in the Army when he was stationed in Germany. His position there was kind of like the Radar O'Reilly of his group.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and so he was social from an early age. And then when he got out of the Army and he went into business, I think he worked for a while in Florida, and I forget what he was doing. But when he got to North Carolina, he went straight into the hotel business.
Oh.
And that's how I met him, was in the hotel business. And he was my competitor across the street from my property for a good many years. And we were best buddies.
Oh, I love that.
Every Friday night, Gary and little Jimmy and me and whoever else would go after the 3 to 11 shift. We get off work at 11-ish, and we'd meet at McGuffey's down the hill. Remember
McGuffey's.
that
Yeah,
place?
I do. I do.
I miss McGuffey's.
Me too.
I can't remember who I was talking to about it, but that's one of the chains that I really do miss. Fats is gone now, and I could care less.
Fats? Is it really gone?
Yeah, it's no more. The whole thing.
I used to meet a couple of my high school friends out in Inca at the Fats there.
I think that was the last one open, and it's closed now. So, yeah.
Well, it's pretty good food. That's a shame.
It was okay, but it wasn't the place that we went to. And so I always thought McGuffey's was just super good food and super good everything. And they had all these exotic drinks, and Gary would get the drink, and all of that. So we would have a good time. We just put up and let off steam. Because by the time we got to Friday or Saturday night, it was, it was like,
yeah, y'all were wore out, I would think.
Especially during tourist season. And we'd go and we would tell stories about people. Now, y'all need to know, if you're staying in a hotel and you pitch a fit, you're going to get talked about and laughed about, probably. We did a lot of that. And we compared stories and, all of that stuff. You know how it is.
I always wonder what the housekeeping staff, when they get together to talk about, you're not going to believe what I found in this room.
Yeah.
You're not going to believe what these people left. You're not going to believe. But I guess, if you worked housekeeping for any, you've seen it all.
You see everything, and you've got a stomach of iron, and you probably have a really good immune system. And,
I would think so.
Yeah. And you might be a little jaded too at some point, because they see everything. And I remember, so it's a point of pride in our hotels anyway, that nothing gets left behind in the room. If somebody leaves something, we hold on to it. We try and find them and get them.
Oh, that's nice.
Well, but what do you do when it's $150, vibrator? Do you call Do you say, do you mail them something about, hey, you left this, this thing there? But, and I told
something you left. Yeah.
I told you that story about that one housekeeper that over where I worked, and she was a country person, very country. Okay. And the girl who was cleaning up the room did the wrong thing. And when she saw the giant vibrator there, she didn't do what she should. She just wrapped it up in the bed sheets and threw it down the laundry chute. Okay.
Oh
no. So the gal that ended up with it was doing laundry, and I'll probably crow her name out, but just to let you know, her name was, and she was an older woman. She was obviously, from the country, and she saw it. So my head housekeeper came busting into the office, laughing her head off. You got to come see this. You got to come see this. And I get over there, and has got this giant vibrator in her hand, and it's buzzing. Okay. It's I said, hey, what are you doing? She said, I know what this is. Okay. What are you doing with it then? And she said, this is one of those, and she named some fancy flashlight. And it does all these things. She said, I found it. It's mine. And I didn't even know what to say. I mean, I can't even say the word for it out in public.
Well, did you ever figure out how to make the flashlight work?
No, she said that the mister, she'd give it to the mister. That's what she called her.
Oh, and he'd
figure it out. So she did. And about a week later, I asked her, because by then it was an urban legend at the hotel. Everybody knew about in the vibrator. And so I asked her, whatever happened with that flashlight? And she says, oh, I broke it on a rock. I said, well, what did you do that for? And she said, well, I didn't like the way the mister was looking at me. She said, she just took it and took it in her when she was trying to give it to him. No, she was, no joke, she was 80 years old if she was a day. And
I'm sorry she still had to work.
Yeah, yeah, and a lot of those gals in the laundry were older.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved having them as employees because they are the best employees.
Yeah.
Steady. Yeah. They're not prone to drama unless they think somebody's going to try and get their flashlight.
Yeah, I found it. I'm going to keep it.
I found it. It's mine. And it made me wonder, well, if she found a watch in the laundry chute, would she turn that in? But
yeah, that's a good point.
It was too funny, and it was just too good it was just too funny. I don't even know what to say to that. But when she told me that she broke it on a rock because she didn't like the look he was giving her, just thanks for that story, Hattie.
That's a damn good story. Well, I got two questions for you. Yeah. The first one is, what is under Lake Santitla?
You mean the caves and stuff?
Well, what's under there? Are there buildings? Are there farms?
Not under. Well, there was a couple of farms that they didn't exist anymore. But it's interesting that you asked that question because there are no records, you see, anymore. Because there was an office fire and the records.
Oh.
Okay. And so for many years, Graham County has always been the poorest county in the state.
Yeah.
But people would get along. They'd do what they had to do. And legend has it, and I do believe legend, that there was a lot of moonshine that got run. And that there was vast amounts of it, not just little amount, but vast amounts of it that would go from this town to Robbinsville and then distributed out. And the legend has it that there were some underground caves, some places where you could go that, yeah. And I also believe that.
And were they flooded? Were those caves flooded when they made the lake?
They were created.
Oh, okay.
They were created after that. And it was a TVA project. It was an offshoot of the TVA project. And so they probably used it to store other things besides just moonshine.
Uh-huh.
And that might have something to do with why the records disappeared.
Huh.
Just
that's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So that why do you ask?
Well, I'm asking because my neighbor, my neighbors, it's family people, are camping out there. They've been camping out there for about a week. And we're saying, oh, you need to come out and camp with us. And I was like, no, I don't have time. I wish I could. And I said, yeah, I used to know Santitla pretty well. And and the son in the family was saying, well, it's such a beautiful lake. And I don't remember how he said it, but he implied that it was natural. And I went, oh, no, that's a TVA project.
There are no natural lakes in North Carolina, Western North Carolina.
That's exactly right. They're all human-made.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wondered, and I thought of all the people who might know what was under Santitla. Well, and so he said, well, you mean they just dammed up a river or something, and then it became a lake? And I said, well, yeah, that's how that happened. And he said, were there people living there? And I said, well, I'm sure there were, but probably the government bought them out or resettled them or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I said that. Now I'm not at all sure the government ever does anything like that, really, though they claim they do. So I thought I'd ask you because I thought you'd know.
Well, Fontana, which is a huge lake.
It is a huge lake.
If on the drive from here to Robbinsville, you'll go past Fontana and you'll drive over. Yeah. And if you look to the right, that valley area was a small little town, and it was flooded. And I think now there's houseboats and stuff that kind of park there or whatever you call it. They dock there. But yes, so that for sure I know that it was flooded right along
Yeah.
there. And if I can ever get my family records, which hopefully I will be able to retrieve them, I don't know for sure, but I had my uncle who passed away was the family historian.
Oh,
He knew where all the bodies were buried, and he knew a lot about the town, a lot, based on his jobs and stuff through the years. So that's going to be really interesting when I get a hold of that.
It sounds like he literally knew where the bodies were buried.
Oh, I'm sure he did. Sure he did.
Okay, here's my other question. How's your mama?
She's good.
Good.
You know, mean, but good. Mean as a snake.
Well, I mean, she's a mama and her job is mean, but also good. If you get both of them, you're good. My mama was just mean. She wasn't also good. So
Mom can be funny, is what I'm learning. She can be really funny. So, but the more relevant question would be, how's Cat Dog? Seeing as how there's all this weather coming in.
And has Cat Dog been telling you about this weather?
I believe that he was nervous the other night. This is Wednesday, 3 nights ago.
Yeah.
And swiped someone.
What?
Drew blood. Because he
on
was
you
startled.
or on the
No, not on
your
me.
husband?
Yeah, not on me. And he also, though, he had a big week because we found out a lot about him, as a matter of fact, because the gal who gave him to us, she was crying and everything. She left us a lot. She just couldn't hardly stand to leave him. And I had told her, I said, well, you can come back and visit him. Well, she took me up on it.
Oh gosh.
so I get a phone call wanting to know if she could come and visit Cat Dog, and I was like, yeah, absolutely. And her friend, the one who introduced her to me, who is my mother's next door neighbor, they came to visit Cat Dog, and it was hilarious. But we found out that he was not born in the United States.
Oh my gosh, is he a undocumented immigrant?
He was born in Darfur, Doshan.
What?
Mm-hmm. That's where he was born, right near a military base. And evidently the military folks, some of them had these animals that they adopted and they wanted to get them back in the United States. And so, let's see, I'm looking right now. Darfur, I don't know how you'd spell that other word, Doshai or something. But he was one of the cats. He was one of the kittens that was born to a cat. So he was actually born in the Sudan Peninsula. And when I told Mom that, her reaction was, well, it's no wonder it took so long for him to learn how to listen to you. She said he had to learn English. And I was like, God, Mom.
Right. Don't you think cats and dogs understand you when you talk? I think they do. But this one didn't understand you because what the hell are you talking about, lady? I can't hear you.
He was a young cat is what it was. And he had been used to this other lady. And she and I have absolutely 100% different personalities. And so he was not used to. And she's a nice gal. She really is. And you can see that she loves the cat. You can see. That makes me feel better. But she's out of the country half the year. And so I understand now why she was, because I didn't really understand before, but I understand now why she couldn't keep him.
Yeah.
So he had a big week. And he was especially clingy after she left.
Oh,
he was. And, you could tell that he knew who she was, that he could remember her voice enough to not be nervous around her.
Because your mama needs people that are good. Because God knows you ain't good.
Hey, now.
Hey, now. What do you mean I ain't good? What? What you just say about me? What?
Can't believe I heard you say that.
If you ain't good, you ain't good. You got a mean streak. I mean, I never see it, but I've heard of it. I've
No.
heard you talk about it.
All right. I'm not going to deny that occasionally.
I can neither confirm nor deny what you just said.
That's right. I can tell you've been watching politics or listening to it in the background.
Oh, yeah. Well, and British TV. I've been watching a lot of British TV of an evening. So I'm gonna switch right to the subject we've not talked about much yet. Dinner. What'd you have?
I haven't yet.
Oh.
So what am I going to have? I know I'm going to make potato salad again.
Oh, good.
It'll be my third time making it. And third time is the charm. Once I do it 3 times, then I've learned it. So, and now that I've got the hard part of it out of the way.
Oh, good.
Which is the chopping the onions and chopping the potatoes and everything.
Yeah.
All I have to do is just put it together. And
I love potato salad. Ooh.
So I'll probably have some potato salad, and I might grill a sandwich, or who knows, hot dog or something.
Yeah.
No big deal. So I had a little bit of ice cream.
Golly, good for you.
I'll explain all the red, but
oh yeah,
it was Byron strawberry.
Oh, yummy. That's so yummy. Mm-hmm. Well, I like it. We go out to Hopi once a week, Hoppy, and they have ice cream, buy one, get one free. And they've got keto ice cream.
Oh, really?
It's got, almost negative carbs in it. So I've been having some of that. But I came back from Chicago with this little hacky cough. It was much worse. And I kept thinking, oh, God, what did I get? Did I get this new COVID variant? But I never felt sick. It just felt like I was dried out. So I've been drinking a lot of water, drinking a lot of hot tea, having a lot of soup, because I just felt, dried out. But yeah, and so I was a little bit afraid to have ice cream, even though it didn't have a lot of carbs, because I've got that dairy allergy. And I thought that's just what you need with a little hacky cough. Is eat some ice cream so that you really are like, but I did it, by God, anyway.
Yeah.
Because you know how I am.
I don't blame you. I would have too. And you don't overdo it. And did you have anywhere you had to speak?
No, I did not.
Well, all right then.
I mean, I've been doing those night things on Facebook to promote my new book. Mm-hmm. But that's just about 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of, I've got to let you go. Because look at the time.
It's 7, yeah. Because I got to take a shower. And get ready to do full moon. And it's blue moon.
Full blue moon. Boy, the questions on that group just went crazy about it.
About the blue moon?
Click. Nope. Click. Nope. Not on that one either.
Well, what do you let them talk about? You're so mean.
I let them talk legitimate questions. Even if they sound like they're, even if they sound like they're not that smart, if it's legitimate and they're being real about asking it, and if it is something to do with Appalachian witchery, traditional, the word traditional is right there, so.
So if they were asking you about, so I've got this mugwort growing in my yard, what do I do with it? That would be okay?
I would say yes, if they really wanted to know, because it might not be my tradition as far as Appalachian things go, but it might be somebody else's. But if they say, I need a spell to lift a hex that was already placed on me from, or, if they say that and then they go start talking about bringing all these other traditions into it.
Yeah.
I pretty much am not going to let them, because that's not what it's about. I am thinking about, since they're getting to be so well behaved in there, I mean, it's
Oh, good. You've done that. You've trained them well.
well, it's active is what it is. I want it to be a place where people can come and ask legitimate questions and actually maybe have a chance of learning something and not get
Yeah.
mad at that. And I don't even warn people. I just ban them any from ever coming back, you know. And if they're hateful and mean. I don't
Oh, good. That's good.
yeah, I just don't care. So it's turned into a place where it's okay for people to ask questions about it and get gently corrected. And
Yeah.
I'm okay with that too. But the whole, are you, you know, calling people names and stuff? Mm-mm. And it was getting kind of out of control. But I'm getting ready to have, I think, maybe, I'm going to maybe let them do some self promotion on Saturdays. It's self promotion.
Oh, that's
Saturday.
a great idea. Give them one day to do that. That's a good idea.
Yeah, and where they can publish events or, you know, because there's a lot of people who have events that might really be interesting, and I'd like to, but you know, I don't let them post that either. So I'm thinking I probably will do that. Well, what can you say?
You're tough. God, girl, you tough.
I don't care. The bigger the group, the more strict you have to be, and that's just the truth. So
That is the truth. That's the truth. Because you can't be, because ain't nobody got time for that.
I know.
That's the truth.
That's right. Well, so I'm going to get my computer back to the place I want it to be here very soon, and
Good.
be up doing graphics again and all that mess. I'm
Oh,
sorry, I'm so picky about it. And everybody,
You're going to be pasting our faces in all kinds of places.
oh yes, we will, in all kinds of situations. So thanks to everybody for being patient about it. And you go get you some food, and I'll go get me some food. And we'll go down.
Okay, so about yawn. I was a big old yawn. She said, "You go," and I just went, "Woo!" And y'all, one of the things we are probably going to do once Alicia gets her computer where she wants it is we're probably going to go visual, not just auditory, with this podcast. So
yeah,
look out! You're going to have to look at us. Here I am. Look, pale as a ghost with eyes like two piss holes in
like
the
the
smoke.
that you were doing your version of the scream.
I was.
That's good. All right. Well.
All right. Love you. Y'all be good.
Yep. See you, everybody.
See you later. Bye.
Hey, thank you for spending your time with us here at Weird Mountain Gals. We sure do appreciate it. You know, I know time is the most important thing we have, so I promise that if you take your time to listen to us, we'll take our time to continue to be weird. Many thanks to Sunslice Records for all the help. We couldn't do it without you, Craig. Check out our social media for information, community, or a few laughs. WYRD Mountain Gals.
WYRD Radio.
You know, some of us, you know, we ain't ladies.
Yeah. Ladies? Excuse me.
Ladies? Weird Mountain ladies? I
Weird
don't
Mountain
think so.
Ladies? Yeah. That's
But anyway.
yeah, I don't know.